Date night, Barbie. Date night, 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 date night. What up, crazy dolly lovers? And well, today we're talking about a topic that I'm sure a lot of people will talk about eventually. Today we're talking about what ruined Barbie. I know what you're all saying. I know. You're basically all wondering, Dolly boy, Barbie is not ruined. She's still going. I know, but what's ruining Barbie? That's what I'm talking about. So, let's talk about the long and sad and interesting history about Barbie. To start off the story, we have to go all the way back to 1959. Ruth Handler is the creator of Barbie. Why did she create Barbie? Well, she saw her daughters playing with paper dolls because they didn't like playing with baby dolls. Baby dolls only brought, they only taught you how to, take care of children. But this amazing woman just looked at these paper dolls and were just like, hey, let's make a 3D adult womanly body. Now, of course, the men were skeptical. They all said, whoa. We're not trying to get sued by parents because we have a doll with a womanly figure, Ruth Handler. So, they didn't help make the doll. I know you're asking, then how was she made? Well, so, Ruth Handler didn't just take no for an answer. Instead, she tried to find many female employees that thought, hey, I think we should make this. Do you want to be one of my helpers in making this amazing doll that will most likely bring in more than $5 million? Probably even more, but, whatever. She didn't exactly say that, but But she said, hey, I want to make a doll. I want to make a womanly figure. I want to make a toy that girls can play with and pretend that they're an adult and imagine what it's like imagine adulthood through fashion play and more. And luckily she found many people that would support her. But where did she find the inspiration for this doll? She thought. But her and her family took a trip to Switzerland, I think. And they went and found... I'm sorry, I must correct myself. She's a German novelty doll. Anyways, they got 3 of these dolls, and they took them to America, and they remodeled Barbie after Build Lily. They didn't want to make her too beautiful because they didn't want the little girls to feel intimidated by Barbie. So this is what came out of their homework. I know, right? But this was the style of the 50s. So maybe you're like, whoa, that looks so 1950s. Well, guess what? It is 1950s. And the doll was brought out in 1951. But parents were skeptical of her. I mean moms. But luckily there was a male at Toy Fair that was willing enough to help Ruth Handler. She was willing enough to help Ruth Handler. He was willing enough to help Ruth Handler, and, well, they convinced parents. And little girls loved the dolls, so they got sold everywhere. And the doll was originally sold for $3. I know. Best price ever. But back then, $3 was a lot of money, so... So then the doll was sold for $3, and kids all over the world, all over America, little girls all over the world loved the doll and got the doll. They loved being able to mix and match fashions with the fashion packs that they also sold, and even more. They loved playing with the doll. And later they came out with they came out with a blonde version and a brunette version. Later in the early 1960, I think, they most likely brought out Midge. But I know what you're all asking. Hey, when did they bring out Ken? Where's Ken? Where's Ken? Well, just wait till 1961. So Ken was brought in 1961 due to the fact that kids were writing in little girls were writing fan letters to Mattel asking, who's Barbie's boyfriend, I think. There's a lot of I thinks in this video. And, well, they brought him out. But it took Mattel a while to get the design just right. The first design, it looked exactly like Barbie's crotch, and I mean her bottom area. So then the second version, oh my gosh, that would be censored in this video if I'd show it to you, because it was anatomically correct and it had realistic proportions. And in the end, they brought I don't want to show it because I don't want to get demonetized, but they just gave him they just made him look as if he was wearing tighty-whities. Let's just say that. Like very tighty-whities that were very tight. And showed off that area. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get demonetized. Barbie was able to stick through thick and thin through the 70s, through the 60s, and they even came out with their first African-American Barbie. They even came out with a Latina Barbie, and I suppose an Asian-American one. But her being the only doll on the shelf ended in the 1980s when Barbie's shelf space was threatened by none other than Jam, it's truly outrageous, truly, truly, truly outrageous. Whoa, Jam, the music's contagious, outrageous. Jam is my name, no one else is the same. Jam is my name, Jam. Now, there are multiple stories about Jem, and yes, it's Jem. These are not the original Jem dolls, these are reproductions by Integrity Toys. But anyways, Jem threatened Barbie's shelf space. During the 1980s, she was one of the most popular dolls ever. And here is one of the reasons, I'm guessing, why people like Jem. She's not like Barbie, where people are pushing her to become a very good career girl. Jem has a lot of pressure. She has to run an entire business, become Jem, and more. That's a description I heard in one of Claudine 9's discontinued dolls you've most likely forgotten about. Yeah. So if you want to get a more in-depth look on Jem, you can go check out her video and other videos, of course. We might talk about Jem in a different video. But later, during the late 1980s, during Jem's... I'm sorry for stuttering. Anyways, Before Gem's release, Barbie rushed into production and created one of my favorite Barbie 80s lines. Barbie and the Rockers, xylophone is zooming up the charts. Bum 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 bum. Also, speaking of which, Dolly Mama had the Barbie in this line. And in Gem, she had Kimber, she had the red hair in the last couple of seconds. Well, last minute, I think. And after a while, Barbie was able to conquer Gem, and Gem very silently just continued. Aw. Barbie, you shady! Now, if you're a Barbie super fan, Gem wasn't the only time Barbie's shelf space was threatened. Her shelf space was never as much threatened as when they came. Dun dun! Barbie's shelf space was very threatened when the Bratz came. Passion for fashion. Passion for fashion. Removal fashion Bratz. I'm sorry, I like the commercial song for the Bratz. I sing it all the time. Passion for fashion. I'm sorry, Barbie. I betrayed you. And Barbie tried very hard to defeat the Bratz. Like, very hard. She tried so hard, it's not even funny. She made dolls like Flavas, which were very sort of racist, I guess. Or a bad representation of the hip-hop culture. And Mattel also made My Scene. And if you didn't know, fun fact, Your Thing magazine in the Bratz cartoon is a parody of My Scene from Barbie. Though, when Barbie made My Scene, MGA, who made the Bratz, sued Barbie. And they were back and forth, till Barbie won, but MGA won the rights to the Bratz. Because if you didn't know, a worker at Mattel, Carter Bryan, originally pitched the idea of the Bratz, but Mattel didn't want to do it. So he brought the idea over to Mattel, to MGA, and the Bratz were made, and it became one of Barbie's fiercest enemies. But Bratz had a downfall with several reboots, which each becoming more and more flop. They flopped. Big time. Now, Barbie was doing great till 2015, where parents were not letting kids buy Barbie anymore due to the fact that they had a lack of diversity. And Mattel worked all year. They went to summer vacay and worked hard. And by the next year, they've created the best look for Barbie, where they added 3 new body molds. And they added multiple new face molds, hair types, and all sorts. Barbie fans rejoiced, and they decided to continue collecting Barbie because Barbie's fantastic and you should love her as well. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to love Barbie if you don't. Just throwing that out there. But there was a downfall. Because year after year, dolls became more and more expensive to make each year. So, what happened was Mattel's quality cheaped out each year. And what happened? Well, they brought out the most hated doll line ever, Barbie Color Reveal. I swear, everyone hates these. Absolutely everyone. Now, I'm not saying I like them. I don't mind them, but I don't care for them. Like, I'm not, oh my gosh, I want them all. Like, that was me just because of the wigs. I like wigs on dolls a little bit, but yeah, I'm not a fan of molded tops. Well, I don't mind them, but you know, I prefer articulated dolls and removable clothes. But yeah, fans hated these and wish Mattel would get rid of these. They also didn't like that they started doing pixelated faces where the face paint seems more like a sticker and seems computer-like. You know, if I get closer to the computer, it seems more pixelated. You get it. Yeah, you get it. Barbie also had another large competitor in 2019 that very largely threatened her. It is the OMG dolls. They dominated the toy aisle. And why is this? Well, because OMGs brought something to the table that dolls hadn't had forever. Like, they had removable quality clothes with multiple details that MGA stands loved, and they ate every single bite they could. And Barbie was very much not enjoying it. You can tell because of her face right now. Now, Barbie did not enjoy all this popularity of dolls like that, so they created LOL surprise OMG. No, I'm just kidding. Barbie Extra, the doll line that many OMG fans do dislike because Barbie copied. Many fans think that Barbie copied the 2015 Chloe, and the girl with the green hat, they think copied Candylicious from OMG, and the one with the red outfit and Afro-esque and the Afro puffs on her head, people think look like swag from the first wave of OMGs. And fans, well, some fans absolutely loved it. Because if this was gonna be the thing that would force Barbie to have actual quality, then fans would gobble it up. And I hope that this proves that Barbie will push more quality and less blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, what's ruining Barbie? Well, competition, quality, and more, of course. So if Barbie doesn't pump up that quality and bring her enemies down, then, well, she'll be thrown in the dust and be forgotten. That's what's ruining Barbie. And I know Mattel can do great things. They just don't do it because they want to save money. Oh, right. What else is ruining them? Pets! Stop making pets! I mean, don't get me wrong. I quite like the pets with the extra dolls, but like, you have the money to make pets and several different kinds of molded on clothes, which I'm sure costs a lot of money. Yet you don't have the money to make quality dolls. Because if you didn't know, molded clothes, different molds for certain things are very expensive. But overall, that's what Barbie needs to fix if she doesn't want to be ruined. So, yeah, let's just hope for the good stuff for the future. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell, and I will see you all next time. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Bye. Besitos. Mwah. Bye.